Hey guys, so it's time for another video, and I thought this would be a kind of different video. If you follow my blog, makeupbyrunrun.com, I started a new blog series called Product Battle. So I put like similar products against each other, and I pick a winner. So my first one was like the Duo Eyelash Brush On Adhesive versus the Revlon Brush On Eyelash Adhesive. So you guys seem to like the idea, so I decided to carry it on to YouTube, but do more than just two products. So I have a group of products that are all very similar. So today's product battle will be against all of these guys. So it's a product battle of the beauty blenders or the blender sponges. So these things are so popular. So this is the original right here. This little pink egg sponge. It kind of got famous a couple years ago, and I believe the hype, it really does work amazing. This is the Beauty Blender sponge. It's got the classic pink shape, pointed top, which makes it nice to go under here, or I like to use the bigger side to do the face. You run it under water, squeeze out the excess, and then when you blend your foundation, it blends it like so flawlessly. So this is the original. I do like it, but it is expensive. So this retails for $19.95 for just this little sponge. Now it is reusable, so you just wash out the foundation or the concealer or powder with, like, I happen to use like shampoo, and then you just let it dry. So I've had this for a while. Like, I got a bunch of them a couple years ago, and I still reuse them because I don't use them that frequently, but this has really changed a lot of people's foundation blending because it just doesn't have any weird like edges like a regular foundation brush, or like it doesn't have any hard edges like a wedge sponge, so it just seamlessly blends in foundation. So this is really great, especially when you use it wet. The problem is that it's kind of pricey. So this is the original, so I'm going to show you the comparisons, some of the things that came after it, and then I'm going to tell you which one is my recommendation. So we have another one right here. This is the London Soho New York sponge, and here's the original packaging. I got mine at Walmart, and I bought it for about $5. So this is what it looks like. It looks similar. They're both hot pink, kind of. This one though, instead of having like more of the teardrop design, it's pointed on both ends. So I was kind of excited to see it because it is a lot cheaper, $5 compared to $19.95. However, it's not the same at all. Not just because of the shape. First off, when you wet the sponge, it's supposed to grow in size and then get like nice and bouncy and really fluffy. When I wet this sponge, it grew just a little bit, but it felt too gummy. Like, it didn't expand and grow, and it had a really weird like gummy like kind of feel to it, so it wasn't as bouncy, and it didn't let you pounce foundation on it as well. And then I used it once, and then I tried to wash it, and the one time I washed it, this is what happened. Okay, been saving this sponge because I didn't want to throw it away, but it got all these little rips in it, and I'm pretty careful when I wash the sponges. This is like, does not happen. I don't usually rip it, but because it's not as bouncy, because it is a lot more gummier and kind of thick, it didn't want to expand and let me clean it. So after one use, you can't reuse these kind of things when they have a rip in them, because then it just kind of changes the whole consistency of the sponge, and it's just gonna, like, the pieces are gonna start flaking off on your face. So this is pretty much a waste. One use, $5, whereas this one you could use this like a dozen times plus if you take good care of it and you clean it. So totally not worth it in my opinion, unless you're just gonna use it maybe 1 or 2 or 3 times and then throw it away. So in this case, I do not recommend the Soho New York Beauty Sponge. It just does not perform the same as the Beauty Blender, and plus it breaks. And so the cheaper price meant a cheaper quality. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this is the Sonia Kashuk Blender Sponge. Now, I had the original one that kind of looked like this, but I threw it away. And I threw it away because I didn't like it at all. I just happened to have another one of her products where it had a sponge on the end. So the Sonia Kashuk blending sponge is on sale at Target. They sell it at Target for $10.49. So it's half the price of this. This is just the brush version. So the problem I have with a Sonia Kashuk sponge, it is not the same with like consistency at all. It is way too hard. And because it's too hard, again, you don't get that pouncy feeling. And it just doesn't like expand as much. It's just, you need it to be like bouncy so that way it can lightly like pounce the foundation on and blend it. When it's too hard, it's just like, it doesn't do any blending for you. It just kind of like packs on the foundation. So if you have tried their the normal Sonia Kashuk blending sponge, you'll know what I mean. I don't like it at all. It doesn't work as well. So it is cheaper, but it does not perform as well. Okay, so that's a problem with that. So then we have this guy right here. So you might see a lot of sponges that kind of look like this one. The original Beauty Blender has, like I said, this tear duct design. This other sponge right here has, it kind of indents in the middle, almost to kind of give you a grip. So I don't mind that the shape is different at all. This happens to be the Graftobian sponge, and the price of that one is, it's called the HD Glamour Grip, and it's $14.99. So I have a bunch of the Graftobian sponges because I have used them at the makeup show, and I've gotten a bunch of them. So this is what I use primarily in my kit. So it's $5 cheaper than the Beauty Blender. The shape is different, but interestingly enough, and this isn't because I got the sponge for free, I do like the Graftobian HD Glamour Grip better because when you wet them, it actually gets bigger than the Beauty Blender, and because it's a tiny bit harder than the Beauty Blender, it's a little bit more durable, and I find that it performs better. So I prefer this one because, like I said, it gets bigger, so the surface area expands more, so you have more space to work with. And like I said, it has a little bit more of a grip to it because this one's a little bit too soft, that it feels more durable, and it feels like you get more control when you're pouncing the foundation on. And I do like the grip because it makes it easier to handle. So it's $5 cheaper, which is a plus. I will say though, you can find a lot of ones that look like this. I believe people have seen them at TJ Maxx. Apparently Eve Pearl has one that looks like this now. Eco Tools has one. I will say the best price I've seen for this, which you're not going to believe, is 99 cents. And it's from it looks exactly like this, and it performs exactly like this. It's from a place called Cosmetics, and it's called the Oolong Blending Sponge. Actually, it's not 99 cents. They wrote it down. It's $1.95. I love that one. Here's the problem. The Cosmetics website is a wholesale site for makeup artists with licenses. So in order to purchase off the site, you have to have a makeup artist license, which is sucky because not everybody does, or have a business license. So that's why it's so cheap, because you tend to buy in bulk. That's the problem. So if you know somebody, you can buy the sponge for $1.95, but you have to know someone with a makeup artist license. So if you can't get your hands on that, I feel like this really is the second best bet. I really like it. If you can find these at TJ Maxx, great. But I am actually going to give 3 of these away so that way you guys can have them for yourself. So the ultimate winner to me is the Cosmetics version of this because it's the cheapest by far at $1.95. But since not everyone can get that, because not everybody can buy from that website, I do recommend this one for $14.99. It will last you a really, really long time. I've had this one for, I've probably had this one for like almost a year now. So it's been holding up, and you just have to make sure to wash it and be careful not to let your nails dig into them. So like I said, don't spend your money on the Beauty Blender. I just don't think the price is worth it. And I'm going to give 3 winners the chance to have their own sponge, and believe me, it will really change your foundation blending game. So I will have a winner on Twitter and a winner on, actually no, I'm going to do my winner on Instagram because I don't have enough followers on Instagram trying to build that up. So one winner will win on Instagram. I'll tweet a picture and I'll give you a chance to win. So follow me on Instagram at Makeup by Renren, and then I'll post a picture and I'll say leave a comment and I'll pick somebody. And then I'll have one YouTube winner, so just make sure you are subscribed and leave a comment telling me why you want to win. And then I'll have one from my blog, makeupbyrenren.com. Make sure to follow my blog and leave a comment on this post for this contest. And that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed my review of the sponges. Like I said, these are floating around everywhere. So these are just the ones that I happen to have. If you have one that you've tried that you really like too, let me know. Leave them in the comments below. Anybody who leaves a comment though will be entered to win one of these guys. And these are just extras I had around the house. So I hope you guys enjoyed this giveaway. I will have all the details about my comparison on this product battle of blender sponges on makeupbyrenrun.com. And that is it. So I hope you guys have a great night. And until next time, ciao Bellas!